feel the particular symphony of physiological changes associated with anxiety, my automatic response might be one of, that's really uncomfortable. What the hell's going on? But very quickly my attention is put to whatever the threat is, perceived threat. It's not necessarily a threat, but that's pretty great, right? It's this feeling, this anxiety is putting my attention on whatever it is that I'm perceiving to be a threat. Now, what if it is a threat? I'm using that term loosely here. Let's say I have an exam due, an exam tomorrow, and I need to, study for it. Okay, that anxiety is prompting me, motivating me to study. Or if I'm bushwalking and I come across a snake, and all of a sudden, rush of anxiety, that kind of fight or flight response. Okay, not only is it going to motivate me to get the hell out of there, it's going to communicate to other people. We're a social species, right? It's going to communicate to other people, anyone around me, there's a threat over here. Maybe run away with me. That's pretty adaptive. I mean, that's a pretty, cool thing, that our emotions are both motivating and communicating something. If I say that those feelings are bad or dangerous, they're going to last forever. Oh, this anxiety is going to give me a heart attack. Whoa, yeah, okay. All of a sudden, I'm going to be having a lot of, difficulty accepting the feelings that I'm having and just taking the information that they're giving me. But wouldn't it be great if we could truly see these things, these feelings and emotions, as just bits of information, just things that are kind of motivating us to do certain things, bringing our attention, our awareness to certain things, and communicating something to other people? Wouldn't it be great if we could just truly have a kind of a neutral stance towards them like that, where we could really have this willingness to experience the full range of human emotion, the really comfortable ones and the really uncomfortable ones? Wouldn't it be great if we could experience all of those without any sort of resistance or struggle or negative attitude towards some of them? I tell you what, it makes them much more bearable and short-lived when we don't struggle with them, when we don't kind of appraise them as being something negative, bad. I guarantee if you say, this anxiety is going to give me a heart attack, your brain, your attention will continue to focus on that anxiety. And the more we focus on the anxiety, the more we'll notice the anxiety, and we'll kind of end up in this positive feedback loop where we could end up in a panic attack. Very, very uncomfortable, those things. We don't want that. So there are lots of great strategies on how to, better respond to our emotions, to see them for what they truly are. Mindfulness of emotions is a great one. Just learning about all the different types of emotions and what are they all motivating us to do. Guilt. Let's take guilt. Very uncomfortable feeling. What's it motivating me to do? Probably to kind of withdraw and go away and be on my own. Kind of go away, withdraw, reflect on what it is that's making me feel this way. Perhaps I just, jilted a friend of mine. And I need to go away and think about what can I do, what do I need to do in order to repair that relationship. I feel bad about something that I've done. So now I've been motivated to go away, look within, reflect, and now I have a better sense of what I need to do in order to mend that relationship. Okay. It's also communicating to others that I feel bad, that I recognize that I did something, undesirable. Okay, so guilt, there we go. It's motivated something pro-social and it's communicating something. Very uncomfortable feelings, but very healthy, very adaptive. If we fought with the guilt, really struggled with it, that guilt could be immensely painful. And we could have, depression because of our guilt, anxiety because of our guilt. We could be caught in a a whirlwind of uncomfortable emotions that lasts for a long time, much longer than it needed to, simply because we have appraised these feelings as being something really unwanted or bad or dangerous. Again, wouldn't it be great if we could just see them for exactly what they are? Some healthy, normal, adaptive thing that's communicating something to other people and motivating us to do something. Yes, sometimes we have, misperceived a threat in the case of anxiety. Sometimes, we have an emotional response that's not exactly in line with whatever situation we're in. Again, it'll be much easier to respond to those feelings and emotions, or to navigate that, that urge to act, and sit with those physiological changes, if we truly see this thing as what it is. Just feelings in our body, just changes in our physiological state, and being, motivation to do certain things. Doesn't mean we have to do the thing, but noticing a motivation to do certain things and to maybe communicate certain things to other people. If I have an urge to laugh hysterically in a really sad moment, maybe I'm in a funeral home or something like that, and for some reason, who knows why, perhaps it's a defense of some sort, but I have this strong urge to just laugh. Well, okay, maybe I don't want to be doing that thing in that moment. The fact that I have an urge to do it doesn't mean that urge is wrong or bad. No, it's just an urge. They're just feelings. Maybe it's not that appropriate to apply value judgment to things like feelings. Behaviors, yeah, maybe more so. Definitely more so. But just the feelings themselves, not sure about that. Okay, so I notice these physiological changes, and I notice the urge to act, and I see them for exactly what they are. Okay, that helps them to kind of just do their thing, and just kind of, they'll end up going. All feelings, all emotions have to pass, unless we struggle with them, in which case we're hanging on to them and we don't let them pass. Which is the other side of, that's what happens when we don't see these things for what they truly are, or struggle with them, make them much louder and last much longer, and make them much more uncomfortable. This is appears to be the default way that we humans respond to uncomfortable feelings and emotions. However, humans can learn to respond in a more adaptive, helpful way to these emotions, to these feelings. We can learn to foster this attitude of willingness to experience the full range of human emotion, this acceptance of our internal experience. And when we do that, life gets a bit easier.